Carmi Levy, CTV's tech analyst. Good afternoon to you, Carmi.
Oh, good afternoon, Trudie. It is so great to be back with you.
Yes, it's always wonderful to speak with you and always really interesting. And I have to admit, I'm a little worried about this number one item you have for us today, because you're telling us that Canada has been warned to brace for cyber attacks. Who is the warning coming from, Carmi?
The Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity. So that is Canada's national intelligence or digital intelligence agency. So when they speak, we really do have to listen. And the reason this is an issue, they're basically saying Iran, because of the current military situation, that they are much more likely to be targeting Canada. We know that this is what Iran does alongside Russia, China, North Korea. They're huge state sponsors of cyber insecurity. They always try to attack us digitally. This predates what we're seeing in the headlines now. But because Canada has come out, we haven't given military aid, obviously, but we're not involved directly. But our Prime Minister has said, the door is open to it. He supports the current action, and he says it's not beyond the realm of possibility that at some point we might provide military support. So Canada's never been a really good friend of the Iranian regime. Well, now we're less of a good friend, and so we're expecting infrastructure attacks, the potential for distributed denial of service attacks. So websites could go down. We might see things like, we'll see it in our inboxes. We'll see more phishing messages. We will see more harassment on social media going after political dissidents. If you've posted anything where you criticize what's going on, that might make you a target as well. And so they're not quite sure exactly what's going to happen, but they are warning Canadians. Keep your eyes open, be very vigilant when you're online, and you might want to take steps to just secure your accounts, update your passwords, maybe activate two-factor authentication and encryption and all those, every security feature that's available to you, and just really watch for, messages that look like they're coming from a legitimate source, but aren't, because we're going to be seeing a lot more of them in the weeks to come.
And I guess if you're being trolled, not to respond to the trolls.
Exactly. And recognize that a good chunk of what we see online doesn't even, in fact, originate from a human being. So you might have posted something on Facebook or on X or TikTok, and you got some response that, might be, troll-like. And of course, it's tempting to just dive right back in and, give it right back to them. But in reality, you're simply telling a bot, an automated account, that you exist. You're inviting more abuse on yourself. This is a time to keep our heads below the radar and not attract any more attention than we probably want to.
Still with the conflict in Iran, we've had a Canadian journalist get suckered by some fake video that was purportedly war fighting video and was not. People have spotted doctored photos, for example, coming out of the war zones in the Middle East. More of this, I'm thinking, is on the horizon, Carmi?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just looking through my feeds this morning, and I saw footage from a previous conflict, Ukraine. I saw video game footage masquerading as actual footage in Tehran or Tel Aviv. It is absolutely rampant. AI-generated content as well as doctored content that might have been posted long before these hostilities began. So the message for all of us is don't believe what you see online. And we contribute to this problem because we see a video, we get emotional about it, and what do? We either respond to it or we repost it, reshare it within our networks. That only adds fuel to the fire. So what we really should do is, we see something in our feed, if it looks like it'll get a reaction out of us, ask yourself a question. Don't do anything. Just go, can I confirm the source? And if you can trace it back to its original source and you can verify that, yeah, it's not AI created, or it's not doctored using AI, it's not Photoshop, it's not a synthetic asset, that it's real, it's legitimate, then go ahead and share it. But if you can't kind of get it above that bar, move on with your day and leave it be. And if it's obvious that it is not real, you can also use the services within the platform that you're on, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or X, to actually report it as spam, report it as questionable. That teaches the platform, teaches the software, it should not find an audience. This is not legitimate. Start to de-emphasize it. Fewer people will then see it.
Carmi, let me ask you, do you think media outlets are equipped to detect the fake stuff before putting it to air? Because I worry about this. I worry that as journalists, we're always trying to do our due diligence. Do you think media outlets have the skill, the technical skill to catch this stuff?
I think this is one of those your mileage may vary kind of situations. Some media outlets, they actually have digital investigation teams, the Agence France Presse or AFP. They've got a team that does this in North America. And they track coverage and they trace it back to its source, and they can actually validate, yep, this is AI, or no, this is not, this is legitimate. And so, some journalists are exceptionally well skilled. Some media outlets actually have dedicated teams for this, and others, well, their standards may not be as high as they probably should be. So while I always say go to an original media website, original media app to verify, also make sure that you're confident that the source of that content is in fact legitimate. So I'd like to say it's better. Some journalists are better than others, but again, this is a very complex, fast-moving landscape right now, and even sometimes the best trained journalists can still get it wrong.
Yeah, what I like to say about that, Carmi, is that good journalists and good media outlets will admit if they've been suckered, and will tell you, we posted this, we used this in error, it's come to our attention, it's AI generated or it's been doctored, and they will tell you. Whereas the lazy ones or the ones who are not real journalists, they won't admit. They might take it down, but they're not going to admit to the error. Tell us about this phone that on purpose can start fires.
So there's a show. It is in Europe. It's in Barcelona, Spain. It's called Mobile World Congress. It just ended. It's the world's biggest annual conference for smartphones and other mobile devices, kind of like CES for smartphones. And so every major smartphone maker is there, and they're all introducing their latest devices to kind of give us a sense of where the market is headed for the next year. What are the hot new phones? And there are always some weird ones. And the weirdest one that I saw at this year's show is it's from a company called Oukitel. It's known as the WP63. There's a name that you want to remember. And it's what's known as a ruggedized phone. It's built tough. You can drop it. It's not going to break. The cool feature, though, and the one that will get you lots of attention at parties, is that it has a built-in lighter. They call it an electric igniter. So it's good for camping. It's good for emergencies if you need to light something, because that answers the question, why doesn't my smartphone have a lighter built into it so I can light up wherever I want? Now you have the Oukitel WP63. The good news is it's cheaper than an iPhone. It's about $500. Problem is not available in Canada, and I've never heard of Oukitel, and I'm probably never going to hear about them after this phone disappears from our radar.
I can just see somebody leaving their phone on the coffee table and the cat starting a fire with it.
My worst nightmare.
Oh, yeah. All right. And finally, this raises my blood pressure, I have to admit, Carmi. AI food slop, bad recipes that waste time and money. And it raises my blood pressure that people would put out bad recipes knowing people are going to put perfectly good food products in there and then have to scrape them into the garbage can.
Yeah, so I mean, the broader term here that we should keep in mind is called AI slop, which is basically artificial intelligence generated content. So it could be something that's written, it could be audio, it could be a photo, it could be video, whatever. We are seeing lots and lots of AI slop fill our social media feeds. AI food slop is AI slop of recipes or of videos that show you how to make something. And those are really popular. I'm not a particularly good cook, but I can certainly follow a YouTube video. And the problem here is that people are putting out AI food slop videos that aren't even real and recipes that aren't even real. And people are thinking they're legitimate because it looks like a really good video and it reads like a good recipe. But then when you make it, it just comes out truly terrible, like just completely inedible. And of course, there are some cases where, I remember the old Simpsons fugu fish episode, if you don't prepare the food properly, it can actually injure or kill you. So that's the last thing you want, is sort of follow an AI-generated video and end up in the hospital because, it led you down the wrong path. So if you are a foodie and you're using the technology, do take the time to make sure that you're trusting where it comes from, that you've leaned in and you're able to tell, okay, this is not AI, I can trust it. It's a website that I'm familiar with. It's a chef that I've followed before. But if you can't confirm where it's coming from, be very careful. You might want to find your recipes elsewhere.
Carmi, thanks for this.
Appreciate being with you, Trudie. Thanks so much.
I'm Luke Wilson. Join me each week for Film Never Lies. Since retiring from the NFL, I've had a lot on my mind, and now I've got my own show. So if you're tired of lazy takes, if you want honest conversations, join us each week. Film Never Lies, available on all TSN platforms and the iHeartRadio app.